Hey guys, it's a brand new year. This is our first video that we are recording in this year 2025. Kind of late because it's February already. Today is the 2nd of February. I had intentions of recording for you guys a video when we came back to show you the plants, how I found them, but I don't know whether I was just so tired from the holidays and I just thought, you know what, I'll do it with time. But today is the day. So today I want to show you the garden, specifically the fruit trees, how I found them after coming back from holidays. Like I said last year, I left somebody here who was taking care of the plants, and now today I have to show you what were the results of the holidays, what is still flourishing, what is not, what is happy, what is not, and just show you the garden in general because we have already started gardening. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. Welcome to the Gabriel Farmstead. Please become part of this family. Please, please, please. We love and appreciate you. So let's start. We're starting here. So here, this is a papaya plant that survived the cold. It was actually partially destroyed last winter, but it came through. Guys, I intercropped this with oh, there's so many roots now. I guess this is actually a sweet potato that I planted with it. I wanted the aim to be mulch, so you can see this is where it was planted. There are so many roots now. You can see there are some roots that are buried here and there, but I just wanted this thing to mulch, you know, around my papaya so that it has more than enough living mulch. Unfortunately here I cannot really mulch my plants the way I want to mulch them because there are so many termites, and the moment you mulch your plants, the next day your plants are being destroyed by termites. So I have resorted to using living mulch. Anyways guys, the biggest disappointment, this papaya turned out to be male, and I only found out when I came back from holiday. So you can come closer and show them the flowers of this papaya. So there are the blooms for the papaya, clearly male. At this point I don't even know whether I will try one of those how to convert a papaya nonsense, because it's timely, it's stressful for both me and the plant, and also because the last time I did that papaya, people would say converted, but their fruits remained very small and very hard, never got around, we never tasted. I ended up cutting down that papaya with its fruits, supposedly fruits, because it was just not amounting to anything. So this papaya will have to go. I will see what else I can put here. I don't know whether I'm putting another plant or I'm just leaving it like that. For now I'm still deciding, but this papaya got to go. I have to cut it down. So this is where I was standing when I did the intro, and this is an orange. I think this is a navel orange, I think. I don't know, we don't have the sticker with the name anymore. We destroyed it, I guess, but I know it's an orange, not quite sure what, but I think it's a navel orange. When I came back from holiday, I found it so stressed from lack of water. So you can see the leaves. This is how we found the leaves curled up, and you can see this ones, but I can see that it's getting new shoots. I think this is a new shoot that is developing here. So yeah, I think it's getting there. It had some branches that I found here, but I don't want branches here because I want this to be the stem, so I took them out. This here is a sweet potato. This sweet potato is a sweet potato I got from an acquaintance. It has grown so humongous. I'm supposed to add mulch or sand or compost on top here so that I can bury its roots, and then when I bury it, those roots also become sweet potato. For now there are 4 plants I think here all together. I don't know whether I'm going to dump compost because honestly I'm still a bit lazy, and I might just allow it to do its thing just like that, and then we will see what amount to it, because since I planted it last year I never harvested from it. Well, but anyways guys, I love this, and I used this and the other sweet potato for the new sweet potato slips that I planted this year. I love this specific one because it grows up and it's so green and so lush. So far I haven't spotted one of those caterpillars that I really hate. So far this sweet potato is my friend. We are moving to our sweet potato bed. So you can see I have planted all my 2 varieties of sweet potato. I have planted this one that I've always had, and I've planted that one from the sweet potato we were just looking at right now. So I made like half is for this variety, half for the other variety. I'm actually excited for this year's sweet potato harvest, because this year I planted earlier, unlike last year where by this time we haven't planted yet. I think last year we planted only mid-February or late February, so our sweet potatoes didn't amount to anything. Here you can see it's just the 2nd of February, so that means I planted in January, and come May, June, I think they'll be ready. Supposedly they will be ready by then. So I am hoping really we'll receive enough rainfall and enough water so that these sweet potatoes do well for me. I love sweet potatoes, but there's just something that for the year that I have grown sweet potato here and the 2 years I've tried to grow sweet potatoes at the farmstead, nothing came of it. Yeah. And then this is my peach tree. I can see it have adapted. It has new shoots. Maybe pluck off this one. I don't want a branch here, and I keep plucking off the branches that are trying to develop in areas that I want the stem to be. Last year it wasn't doing that well, but I can see this year is better. January is actually a drought month here in my country, so January didn't rain much. My plants didn't receive enough rainwater. But February is known to be a month where it rains better. Like I said, I'm in a semi-arid country. I'm in a desert country, so we don't really receive a lot of rain, but that little that we receive, yeah, it gets us by. But I'm hoping for an average rainfall that we receive, because then my plants are gonna do better. This is a butternut that we left here when we went for holidays. I decided I'm just gonna stick a what in the ground, a seed in the ground. There are some butternuts here, and there's still a lot of smaller ones. Ooh, there's mealybugs here. Ooh, I sprayed. Ooh, like these ones that are hiding. I sprayed, guys, but the mealybugs are so stubborn. They keep coming back. So I guess next time, instead of just spraying, because I can see it doesn't penetrate, I will water with a watering can. Anyways, so there's a butternut there. There's another one here. I don't think okay, let me see. Okay, they might be ready for harvest actually. So I think I will take these ones off to give the plant enough energy to actually care for these younger ones that are just coming on, because I still want a lot of more butternuts from this plant. So yeah, this is also a living mulch. Like I said, I did living mulch this year. The other thing that excites me about this, you know, this bed, we actually just put compost here, and I think we put a lot of compost with a lot of watermelon seeds. So guys, there are a lot of volunteer melon, squash, whatever seeds, and plenty of acacia seedlings that I keep plucking out because they came because of goat manure. But the most exciting thing I'm seeing is the okra. I have tried to grow okra last year, but it was just so hot that they didn't grow well. They actually shriveled up and died. But this year I'm hoping that these 4 plants of okra, I'm actually gonna get okra so I can taste okra for the first time. I've never tasted okra before, but also so I can do okra water, because people keep going on about okra water, and I have not tasted okra water before with its health benefits, so I cannot wait. Here is my lemon, again living mulch, you guys can see. And this is my lemon tree. I think this is it Eureka? I think it's a Eureka, yeah. So I can also see that it have rooted. Actually, it's gotten new shoots. This is not how it was last year. It was practically just a branch, you know, without side branches, but now there are side branches here. And I have high hopes for it. I'm a health junkie who likes lemon water, warm lemon water in the morning and warm lemon water in the evening. And sometimes I just feel I love mangoes, I love lemons, but those plants, for some reason, they always end up dying, or the frost takes them out. It's as if God is trying to teach me patience over the crops that I love the most. Yeah, but big guy, I see ya. But this one, I cannot wait. Here, last year we did not plant anything. Last year we planted onions. I remember having a video of me harvesting onions and Ginny running around in this bed. My bunnies have successfully been rehomed to the farmstead and they're doing very well. This year I didn't bring any for now, so these crops are safe. But we are having maize this year. So this bed this year is just for maize. And I'm only going to grow in this bed while it's rainy season. But after the rains, I'm not gonna put anything because it's in the sun, and really my plants don't get to do well because our sun is so hot and so harsh. I keep saying when I'm in a semi-arid country and this is a desert country, so it gets very hot, very, very hot in summer. The bed next to the maize is my pumpkins. So these pumpkins were planted last year. I don't know the variety. I think I only collected seeds from a pumpkin that I bought from the shops. There are also volunteer potatoes because we planted potatoes here last year, and there are also volunteer zinnias that I take a lot of them out, but these specific ones I'm not going to take them out because they bring such beauty and pollinators love them. In this bed we are having this gooseberry that was very, very huge. I cut it back a lot because it had so much mealybugs. It's one of those that introduced mealybugs to my garden late last year because it's so vulnerable to mealybugs. And in this bed I planted some onions. I can see this one is up. Okay, there is this one. It's actually some of the onions that I planted last year. You remember that we had such a sorry harvest, and I just took some of those little onions and planted them back. There were also onions that were shaded out by the gooseberry. When I cut it back, I discovered some of the onions that I planted there. I think they come almost every year. And then up to this tip, from here up to this tip, we put some potatoes also that we planted last year. We came back from holiday. I said I was saving them as seed potatoes. Came back, they were doing quite better. They had shoots, so I planted those. As for this area, we did not plant anything yet. Excuse me. We didn't plant anything yet on this area, so I'm letting the flowers take over for now. But we are supposed to plant, I think, potatoes, and we're still waiting for those seeds. In here, I have planted rosal hibiscus. There is not growing well actually, because I realized I'm terrible at leveling So the left side of the bed is higher than the right. So when I am watering, I'm realizing the water come and get locked here and washes all the seeds here. That's why we have so many of them growing here, but the other side has nothing. And so I am going to transplant some of these rows of hibiscus to the other parts. And then here, beans. Yeah, these are white speckled beans that grew very poorly. I don't know what I did, guys. I tried to make the seeds wet before planting. I don't know whether that destabilized them, but they didn't come up well. I think only 1, 2, 3, 4 came up. I have replanted. Okay, I've replanted. And then this bed is for more beans. This is the bean that I used to love so much last year, that you can eat with its peels. This one came back, it actually germinated better than the white speckled beans. And guys, I did exactly the same things. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that came out. But I also just wet these seeds. I've also replanted the open spaces, but there are also these bigger beans that I planted last year. I actually thought I would find them destroyed because I told the guy who was watering that he didn't need to water them. I wanted to save him the job of having too much watering to do, but apparently he decided to water them, and there are the 3 of them. I'm sure we're gonna get early harvest from this. We are moving to this trellis that we are now arching up with the poles. These poles were because when my brother-in-law and my husband came to do the greenhouse, they actually decided to pull it down a bit because apparently it was too high. I'm arching it up with poles because I'm hoping that it gets its old shape back, because when they pulled it back, like you can see here, it seems like it's damaged here. So I don't know whether when I remove the poles it's gonna stay up, but I'm hoping that by the time I remove the poles it's gonna be better. But yeah, I have planted again, so I have some pumpkins here to plant. This side, because it's having compost, I have planted 4. Yeah, and I'm hoping that it's going to do well this year because I didn't plant it. Anyways, guys, we have neighbors who are partying, so please, if you hear some background loud noises, that's the joy of living in a small village with neighbors who are very close. Anyways, in here, this is supposed to be green. Okay. I almost got excited. This is green beans, guys, and none of them came up. I keep saying I'm going to replant, but I guess it's because I know these are harvested within 60 days. I think that's why I can't do it. And in here next to it, yes, and I am going to replant. I actually dug the other side of the bed. Just show them where I dug this side of the bed. I wanted to see whether they are still in the soil, and that one was actually in. I'm the one who dug it out. So I keep asking myself, should I replant or should I not, considering the fact that I found that one still in the soil, but it's way past germination. In here, tomatoes. These ones I planted them direct sowing, and then this one seed. So the ones that I planted, I had to replant again. And guys, am I the only one who keeps replanting? Like every time I plant something, it literally doesn't come up the first time, so I have to replant. So in this bed, the only tomato that came up when I planted this here, the whole bed, teeny tiny, the whole bed, guys, one came up. And sometimes I'm very embarrassed to call myself a farmer because what gardener does this? Anyways, do you see my pumpkins on this side as compared to the other side? Because of the compost, these ones are grown in the get away with my harvest, so I'm spraying this. These tomatoes are called moneymaker. They have potatoes, volunteer potatoes that are growing in here. So this is a volunteer potatoes. I was just telling Poppy that I have to come and destroy the volunteers because they are very, very close. This is very close, much close for my liking to my squash that I want to do. Well, I want to protect the squash. The other one is way too close to my tomato that I also want to protect. But anyways, this is called moneymaker. You can see as I watered, there are holes that I made them on purpose because I'm going to replace those plants. There were plants that died because of the harsh sun, but I'm going to replace them. Anyways, I can see they are doing better because they have already started, and this one is already having flowers. No, way too early. So I don't want it to bloom while it's so small. I want it to grow a bit. In fact, I might just come and no, but I'm not pruning them. No, I'm not falling for the trap. For now, I almost said I'm going to prune the top off for it to get side branches, but then from my past experiences, they grow so bushy such that I cannot sustain to keep them up, and then they all flop, and diseases then flourish very, very fast when they flop. Let's move to the next bed. In here, sweet corn. So the other side you saw just corn. This is sweet corn that we grew last year. I'm afraid this corn might have cross-pollinated with a normal corn, but it's fine. We planted it anyways. This was Poppy's bed last year. It struggles with water issues, moisture issues. It's extremely dry all the time, which I dislike so much. But anyways, I think it's going to be much better with pot compost. We have garlic. I actually planted garlic here in this row. It's but only one came up so far. So this row has garlic. I don't know whether it's onion, but on the other side of the bed we also put onion there. I still have very high hopes for this bed also. It seems to be doing way better this year, but I have noticed that again I have leveling problems such that here where I'm standing, it's way above than the other side, but you can see where the water gets lodged. Those sweet corns have done really, really well, unlike this puny tiny one here that is very, very small. My peppers. First of all, I'm keeping this because I want to go plant it at the farmstead. I have to dig it up. I don't know what is the variety of this thorn, but it's evergreen. It's a thorn bush that has very spiky thorns, and bean pods that are actually enjoyed by goats. I don't know what is the variety in English. We call it omakashala in Shibamo. So yeah, I'm going to dig it up and replant it at the north if I happen to succeed, because I'm suspecting if you grew this much in a month, that means the root system must be very, very deep, and that means a lot of digging. Even as a village girl, I don't know whether I'm prepared for all this digging. Here we have a dahlia that I planted once. I don't replant this dahlia flower anymore. It comes back every season. I think it only doesn't do well in winter, but it keeps coming back. I don't know, I want to kind of dig it up a bit this year so I can propagate it. I can just replant the bulbs. It's beautiful. It have not been doing well, especially the last growing season. It didn't do well because it was under a very huge marigold, and I don't know whether I want to plant any marigolds this year, honestly. I mean this season, because last season I love them. They are very fragrant. They repel pests that I believe, but they shade out all the other plants if you allow them to grow free. I have planted spinach here. Yesterday I came and there was spinach growing here, and today I come and there's nothing. That's what happens when you live in a desert country. These are big jack peppers. I don't know whether we can say this is big, eh? Let me just pluck these ones. These ones are ready for harvest, but I wanted you to get a comparison with when the big jet grows well, so you can just see the ouch. So you can just see the comparison, how small this is and how big this is. And I think this one is much bigger because it's on a plant that doesn't have too many fruits. This plant is very small, was snapped away by the bunnies. It came back, but it's still very small, and it have just way too many fruits. I think we have to thin it out. This is a California Wonder. This is a California Wonder. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm suspecting. Okay, no, let me not suspect. I'm not sure actually, but I think I'm going to pluck it out. I just want to see what it is. It's blooming. I want to see what it is before I pluck it out. Something tells me it's this small chili plant. That is so invasive, as I came to find. I hate it. Okay, no, I don't hate it as a person, but yeah, I don't like it much. Our paprikas are doing well. Here I have planted California Wonder. This bean I planted last year. There were two taking over the whole thing. I plucked the other one out and I decided to save this one. Doesn't have any fruits. I don't know whether I'm going to destroy it later or not. This paprika is too overloaded. I don't know. I have also planted here California Wonders, paprika, and then the mini bell. This mini bell have stayed true to its name. Small bell peppers, very small, but it's very prolific. And that's a volunteer paprika that I'm also going to pluck out later. This is Poppy's bed. Guys, the day I recorded that tour or that video, my neighbors were actually partying on their backyard, and little did I know that my mic had suddenly gone off. So the rest of this tour was very noisy. The background noise came out more than my voice, and so I'm unable to bring you that part of the tour. But anyways, I am going to record another video very soon to finish off my garden so that you can see what I am growing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in part 2. Peace out.